knows her industry better than anybody. I would absolutely trust her advice about HR, employment issues completely. But on top of that, I see Patti as a person who is really good at asking questions. So she makes it her business to learn about what her clients need and listen between the lines and understand that to match that with her expertise. And I think that's part of her success.
Patti's run two very successful businesses for well over 20 years. She runs her business really caring about her employees and the community. Running personnel business, she provides staff to a lot of businesses in our community, and I think that's a very important thing for our community as a whole. Patti's run that business very well. She looks at the big picture, but pays attention to the small details, and that's why she's successful in business.
She is very tenacious, works extremely hard, and puts the focus on the customer. She becomes a master of her profession and of her craft. She was a pioneer in that respect, not only in starting her own company, but also with it being a woman-owned company.
Patti has a very no-nonsense kind of approach to doing things, which to me is wonderful. She brings everything she is to the table, and you never really have to guess about what's going on. She is an absolute woman of integrity, and you can just truly trust the advice that she's giving you and know that she has your business's best interest at heart.
Patti is great at giving business advice, being really straightforward, honest about what she has to say. She never wants to tell you just what she thinks you want to hear. She'll tell you what you need to hear. I think she's very good at being direct and being encouraging, but also saying what she really sees as the truth.
When you consider all of the different types of business that she needs to know something about, it really is a daunting task. And she does it with incredible ease and with this sense of confidence that helps her business partners feel incredibly confident in the advice and the employees that she's presenting us with.
There's really nothing she can't do. Whether she already knows it or whether she just knows how to figure it out, she's fearless about jumping in and doing it.
Patti is a continual learner. Patti takes what she learns and not only applies it personally, but also works to educate and coach and teach her employees so that they render the best customer service that could be rendered. Well, she's been very active, I know, in the Rotary Club. And with that comes an awful lot of volunteer activity, not just stopped within the local community, but she's taken that work in support of the Rotary, even overseas.
Patti's been on a couple of different international mission trips. The last one going down to Guatemala to basically help provide basic needs to individuals in that community. She's also been very instrumental in some of the programs that our Rotary Club does. In fact, I was over doing one of the programs today. It's a program called Soulmates, where we provide shoes to kids in the Topeka public schools that don't have the resources to have good shoes all the time. Patti was very instrumental on another agency, Vallejo Behavioral Health Care, in helping them get their building constructed for the expansion of their crisis center.
Every time I turn around, I see her working with Junior Achievement, Youth Entrepreneurs, United Way, all these different places. I don't know how she manages to do all of that and run such a fantastically successful business, but she does. And I think her work builds community, it builds individual people, and it's always sincere, and it's always from this place of wanting to give. And Patti doesn't do it because it's a good thing to do. She does it because it gives her great personal satisfaction.
She just gives from her heart. I think that that's the thing that I'm always so amazed about.
Patti is a very strong supporter of her family. In fact, that she's got her kids working with her in her business today, helping train them so that they one day can have that business transition perhaps over to the kids involved in the business. They've grown up in that business. When Patti was going to work and they were little, they were coming to work with her.
And that's an amazing opportunity, but it also then kind of leads to a challenge that are you always then engaged in business? But Patti makes a point to spend time with her grandchildren. She she makes a point to travel to South Dakota where her family is, to spend time with her parents. She makes a commitment to saying life has to be about more than just work. And I think that that is what makes her so well-rounded. Well, if you know Patti, you know she is an unbelievable Jayhawks fan. And so she does things like that. But Patti also gardens. She loves to fish. She does all of these things that are very outdoorsy, which I'm not sure most people would even think of when they think about Patti.
Patti's a Renaissance woman. You see this high-powered, high-performance businesswoman who obviously has a fantastic business, but she can sew, and she can cook, and she can garden, she can fish. She has so many skills and so many things that she shares with her friends and family. There are not very many people like that.
When you look at her entire life and look at the family that she's raised, the business that she's grown, her ability to give back to the community, that's exactly what it means to be a successful businesswoman.
There are lots of options when it comes to banking,
Easy to get lost in all those choices.
but one bank has the roots to provide the banking strength you need. I'm Jack Dicus, Chairman Emeritus.
And I'm John Dicus, Chairman and President. One bank has weathered the storm, standing strong and secure.
Giving you security and safety when you need it most.
A true blue story of integrity, strength, and security. Capital Federal.